Yo guys, what's going on? Connor Jones back with a new video. Hope you're all having a great day. Today's video, I am going to be showing you guys the process of how I edit. I just want to run through it with you guys, show you some stuff that I've done in the past on some of my previous videos and how I've done certain things with like the cinematics and the transitions and everything like that. So before we get into this video, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe down below if you're new. Also hit that post notification bell as you do get notified every time that I post. And yeah, let's get straight into today's video. So first off, I do want to say there are a load of different softwares that you can use to edit videos. There's DaVinci Resolve. That's only just came in now, I think, so you can edit videos. That used to be like for professional color grading and stuff like that. There's Final Cut. And there's also Premiere Pro, and I think there's a couple of others, but yeah. The main one that I use is Premiere Pro, as that's the one that I'm used to. I got taught it back in college, and I just loved it ever since. Obviously, there are a few bugs with it, just like there is with every other program, but I get over them, and yeah. So let's get straight into Premiere Pro. So, as you can see in Premiere Pro, I have all my projects lined up here, all my YouTube videos that I've done. But the main one that I want to focus on is my water testing project that I did. As you see, timeline's pretty basic. Audio layers over here, video audio there, a couple adjustment layers here and there. But the main thing that I did want to talk about is introduction here. As you can see, it zooms in all the way to the building and then through to a different scene. So how I did this was, you come to here and you have the mask. This is the mask here. So I've basically filled out the door. I've clicked inverted because I've clicked that. That's what would happen. So you have to invert it, and then it goes all the way to the door. So as you can see here, here's all my keyframes. Yeah, so it took me quite a while to do this. I think it took me at least like half hour, if not like 25 minutes to key all these in. So it looks perfect. It's not my best one that I've done, but it is a good one, I think. I've done a couple before, but yeah. And as this is the second mask path down here, so basically Premiere doesn't have a like motion blur. If I type in motion, it doesn't come up with anything. So I had to type in directional blur and then put that on the clip and then mask that to the building. So I basically masked around the building, so all the outside of the building is blurred, so it looks like I'm going really quick. And also, to add to that effect, I also ramped it up to 1000 speed, so it looks like I'm going really quick. To do this shot, I used my Steadicam, my Ronin S Steadicam here. I basically just held this button here down, and it stays still here, and then you just keep walking all the way to the building and in through it. And then cut the clip to how you want the clip to fit with your music and everything. But the audio files here, I do want to cut off the music a minute. I did want to add some ambient sound to this first clip here, but I completely forgot, and yeah, it turned out alright. So, but if I turn off the music, you can hear just the ambient sounds that I've added into the other clips, and this one clip that I've added in a whoosh sound. So there you go, you can hear it. Do it again. It's quite buggy at the moment, but yeah. So you hear that whoosh. I've got a bunch of whooshes here. These are all different transition whooshes. See that one. Got like a ghostly flare. You got Fireball. I love them. But these are mainly used for just transitions Also, if I turn off, well, I'll turn off that one. So you can just hear the sea crashing. I've got all my sounds from Epidemic Sound. They're a great company with tons and tons of sound effects and also music tracks. I get all my music tracks from them as well. So they're copyright free once you subscribe to them. I think it's only like £7 a month, if that. I don't even think it's that much. But yeah, so I've added in the waves and also added in some seagull sounds. So it sounds, because it's an aerial shot, so I think the seagull sounds work really well. Most of these shots are just shot on my drone. I have a DJI Mavic Mini. Yeah, not the best drone, but it does the job. So, and it's one of the cheaper ones. So I think it's this video. As you can see, quite a lot of layers for this. But here, I mainly just do like straight cuts. I don't really do many transitions, but I think there's like one transition in this whole. I cut to the music, so it sounds quite. There. So that's one transition there. So that's an easy ass transition to do. You just literally cut where you think it blends. Jeez, lagging to hell. So you cut where you think it blends well. So obviously I land in the water in this one, and I'll just wait for the bubbles to cover the screen. And then I put the other clip over it and reverse that clip, so then he goes back up out of the water. If I just cut this music off a sec, here's all the sound design. So I've left some sounds in from the original clips as well, just to have the background noise. And added in like water ambience, like underneath the water. So yeah, that's all the sound design on the bottom of this. There's quite a lot of it, to be fair. But it's all ambient sounds and just waves and water splashing. I think it's here. So I'll cut to the beat quite well, and then land in the water, and when I land it hits the drop. That sounds really. So it's quite easy to do, cut into the beat, simple things like that. I think here's where I had to go into Adobe Audition. So I had to make the music sound like it's underwater when I dived in. It's back up again. That's quite easy to do. All you do is you right click this clip, say edit in Adobe Audition. So once that loads, so it's loaded like this, and then all I do from there is I click clip and click presets, and it's actually got like an underwater speech one down there. So I click that, click OK, and that just goes underwater. So it sounds quite well. So most of my edits aren't really that complicated. I have done complicated edits in the past with like a bunch of transitions and loads of other things like that. But I like the simple things in life, you know? Simple, but, you know, precise makes out for a good video. Color grading is another thing. So color grading on this, I have presets. So basically like Sam Calder and a load of other people launched a preset pack for Premiere Pro. They also did one for Lightroom, I also got that. But they did one for Premiere Pro. And as you can see here, I have loads, there's absolutely tons of different filmmakers that made loads of different color grades. So basically you put on a color grade, so I usually go with like Chris Rogers. Like if I go on like urban and open that up, so you can change the intensity so that you can go like right up or like down and nothing's on it. But usually I keep it around this, around 52, 51, somewhere around that, and also do some basic corrections on it. So like I'd increase it, increase the contrast on it, down the highlights a bit, increase the shadows, whites need to come down a little bit, and I think blacks are okay. I don't really mess around with curves on here. I do sometimes, so if I go like, do like an S curve on here. Pick that bottom a little bit, get down. So that's all I'd really do. I wouldn't mess with the RGBs, so basically I wouldn't mess with the reds, greens and blues. Color wheel, don't do anything. H-stock secondary, don't do anything, and vignette, definitely don't do anything with that. Obviously you can if you want to, but you can create loads of different things. So if I go with blues, you can like go greens, real blue. You can just create like a fat mood with it if you really wanted to. You can go like absolutely wild with this. Greens, create an S. Usually you go for an S. If you do photography and stuff like that, you know what an S curve is. You should know what an S curve is if you do photography and stuff like that. Create like an S. UK is really weird, but yeah, I'm just gonna reset that if I can. Okay. So yeah, just reset that. That's how I like to keep it. Looks good to me. Obviously it changes because I've done a different color grade, I think, than what it originally was. But yeah, that is basically how I color grade, how I edit my clips. I usually do standard cuts, like I've said. Any transitions. If you do want to do like some crazy transitions, go on YouTube. YouTube's some crazy transitions that you can do. There are some absolutely crazy ones out there, absolutely mental transitions out there. So they make your work look 10 times more professional. The main thing about video creating is create a story, create something that people want to watch, actually have like a storyline that people can follow, that people know what you are showing them. There are creators out there like Sam Calder, like I've said before, creates amazing videos if you do want to check them out. Chris Rogers, Chris Villa, Ben TK, definitely Ben TK, 100%. And a load of other ones. So yeah, that's basically today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please make sure to smash that little thumbs up button, subscribe down below if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.